It's the numbers lady, and I'm here in the backyard, and we're going to try the turtles again. It is September 11th, and I hope you all thought about what happened 19 years ago. Now, most of you, unless you're a parent, probably were not around 19 years ago, but we're going to talk about that at the very end. It united the country, unlike where we are today. But let's check the turtles and see whether they'll feed today and see which of the two kinds of foods you think they like most. Let's do a little survey. Okay, here we go. Can you do this one, please? All right, here we go, guys. We're going to give you some of this and some of this. Two kinds of things. Which one do they like the best? One is shrimp. Oh, the little guy's eating the shrimp. Where's the big turtle? What's he going for? He's going for the favorite. Look at that. They're leaving the shrimp when the other thing comes around. Look at that. You see that? They're going after the little tiny morsels, and they're letting the shrimp fly away. So we did a quick little survey of their preferred food. Right here, he only eats the little round ones. He doesn't like the shrimp unless there's nothing else. So that's our quick little survey, and I guess maybe in the future I'll only fill the little buffet blend mixed up things that look like little cat food. All right, let's go see something else in the back of the garden then while we have a little bit of time. It poured rain. Let's look at this plant right here. This is a gardenia. Now notice we have lots of little buds coming. That means it's healthy, but look at all of the yellow leaves. What do you think makes the leaves turn yellow? Good question. It has something to do with the soil or the amount of water. Now, if it was really dying, the buds wouldn't be coming. So it's surviving. I thought it was too much water, but I can't really control that, and it's still getting me mini buds. So as long as they open up soon, then it's surviving. It could be something about the nitrogen in the soil, and I'm going to try and look into that. But they shouldn't really be turning such bright yellow, even though they're beautiful. And look at the patterns on these leaves here. You look close. Jasmine's here with me taking pictures. Notice this one has 3 leaves together, but this one is actually a pair across, so they're not always the same. Here's a pair, here's 3, here's 3. So you need to look because some plants vary a lot, whereas here now we have a pair and a pair. So they're both pairs of leaves across from each other as they grow up the stem. And here, this one, everything seems to be pairs except for this here. There are 3 of them coming here. So take a look at the flower patterns. You know, math developed as a way to describe what we saw. You could call it a plant, you could call it a leaf, but we wanted to describe more about them as opposed to having to draw pictures of every one. We created symbols to mean quantities, and then we created shapes, and we thank a lot to the Greeks about doing shapes. And the names of the shapes usually go back to Greek and then Latin, at least in the English language and the Western languages. This is an interesting plant here too, because you can see it now. I call it my fuzzy fern, but this is how it puts out a new strand. It shoots up like asparagus. This looks like an asparagus plant, but it's not. I call it my asparagus fern or my fuzzy fern. And look how these new ones are coming up, so it's very healthy, and that's how they grow. This plant over here in the pond, those big leaves, none of them 2 months ago were even as big as this one right here. They've just grown and grown and grown, and they open up by being a long thing that unfurls, sort of like how a caterpillar, but it's a plant, and I see some new ones maybe coming. You can't even see the frog behind now because the leaves have gotten so large. They've grown and grown and grown, and they love living in the pond. These do live on ground also, but they need a lot of water, so they're really perfect for being a pond. One of the things that's really interesting about a pond here, we're outside, is that it poured rain yesterday. Poured rain. So what do you think happened to the level of the water when we got so much rain? Well, the way I can tell that it went up is because the amount of water here above this pot got higher. So the water is higher than it was, and the extra flow, it never comes above because the extra flow then goes out of this hole here. So we control the water flow, but it did get higher, and it's still higher than it was before the rain. Okay? Someday, I don't think it'll happen at 11 in the morning, but sometimes the big turtle comes out to sun, and he will sun right on this pathway here. He can come up by walking up here, this outlet, or he walks up the corner, and he just comes along to sun, but that's usually in the afternoon when the sun is hottest. Okay. All right, they're still looking for more food. They look hungry, don't they? All right, let's see. I'll give them a little more then. I'll give them the little ones, the little round things. Let's see if they're still hungry. Want some more, guys? Yeah, it looks like it. Here they go. Look at this. They go whoop, right in there. They're growing, those juveniles. They're like 1.5 to 2 years old. The big guy, the big one, is about 14 years old. How are we doing on time? Okay, now I was going to go in the back and look more at the plants, but I think that's probably enough for today. We're going to think at the end, I'm going to show you a picture to remember 9/11 and think about Lady Liberty. She's the symbol from France, and remember, Lady Liberty was a gift, and it says where we come from. The 7 seas mean the world, and on Lady Liberty's crown are 7 spikes meaning the world. She's also got a single flame, and the world united means a single flame. So out of the entire world of the 7 seas, she represents unity, and we need to be united as a country. We're so divisive now, we need to be united. We need to help everybody know where we came from and that we go forward together as the United States of America. Thank you very much. Remember 9/11. It's 19 years ago today. The only thing related to what we have today is the number 19 in COVID. We must be united. We are stronger together and weaker when we're divided. Thank you very much. Have a great day. Have a great weekend. We'll see you again on Monday at 11 o'clock Eastern Time for another walk in the garden.